morning everyone, MARKCHES here and another shoe review for today. Have not been reviewing recently, but ito is finally I waited for this one. This is the Luka 2, so a lot of you have been requesting that for me to review the Luka 2s, and I have the Kwai 54. So Kwai 54 is actually the largest streetball tournament in the world. It's based in Paris and it's their 20th anniversary. So here at the back there's 03 and 23. Actually, I don't know the meaning of 03 here. Kasi syempre Luka 2, akala ko Luka 2 03 na to. But the colorway, it's red and green with synthetic leather all around, and of course the signature stability plate of the Lukas. So first impression guys before I play with this is upon the looks. It looks bulkier compared to the Luka ones, especially around the toe area. Mas maluwag siya when I fitted it, and I went half a size down on this instead of 11 because the 11 was kind of long for me. But on the Luka ones, I was a US 11, so this is a US 10.5. I'm a regular footer, so take that into consideration. And I can see this red piece here, the foam is Formula 23 exposed in the medial part of the sneaker. So first wear of the sneaker, you will feel the difference in terms of cushion. This is a little bit higher. There's more cushion on this one compared to the Luka ones, which I like more, and the traction looks like the same traction used on the Luka ones, and almost the same. And even the plate, the stability plate is almost the same. Little more differences around the heel cupping. It's thicker on the Luka ones compared to the Luka 2s, but hopefully it's not there's no heel slippage on this. But so far the cushion, traction, I like the cushion better, and hopefully the shape, it won't be too loose around the forefoot. I'll let you know later. And as for the lacing system, it's they use the speed lacing system here on the Luka 2s. So we'll wait and see. There's no zoom unit here in the forefoot. As I checked the tech spec, there's no forefoot zoom. That's kind of unfortunate. I was hoping that they'll put a puck, even just a small piece of zoom in the forefoot. So far it feels good, and of course congrats to the 20th anniversary of the Kwai 54s. So I'll let you know after the game how they perform. Hopefully it sticks here. We're playing a kind of clean court naman. It's an indoor court, the tournament, so I'll let you know guys. Mabuhay everyone. The game just finished. Unfortunately, we lost by 6 points against the number 1 team. So okay na rin. We're finally gelling. Our defense was kind of good. So let's get back to the sneaker. Let's talk about the Luka 2, how it performs. Didn't need that much break in time for the upper, specifically because of how soft this textile mesh, this Kwai pattern here and on the side, it's very soft. And even on the leather panels, it's not too stiff. It's very soft but still holds a structure, which is good. And this plate, the stability plate, really holds up your lateral part, so it gives you a very nice support when you're doing lateral cuts. Although it's not as great as the lateral support that I felt on the Luka ones, but still ample. But there's a big difference in terms of lateral support on the 2 versus the 1, so take that into consideration. And of course, like I said, I mentioned that there's more toe space here on the Luka 2s compared to the 1s. So if you're a wide footer, it's better for you. But if you have narrow feet, and just like me, I have a regular foot, it has a bit of toe space, but it's okay. Still performs nicely. So it's an advantage if you're a wide footer. You can go get the Luka 2s, because a lot of wide footers I've heard are too snug on the Luka 1. So on the Luka 2s, they kind of adjust the shape of the Luka 2s
on this, especially around the midfoot part to the forefoot part of the toes. So that's very nice. And another thing that I like about the toes is the speed lacing system, very much like the Jordan 11. So just pull it and this kind of close, and I like that because it gives you a very nice fit to the sneaker, given that it has a lot of space on top of your foot. So this kind of fixes that problem, and I lace it up until the last lace loop. And in terms of containment, gave me a nice fit, just get the right size. And like I said, according to sizing, I went half a size down, but on the ones I went true to size. So US 11s on the ones, and on the twos I went half a size down, and it fit me perfectly. So that's what I observe about Jordan brand. They have been kind of bigger in terms of sizing. Like the Tatum ones, I went half a size down too. The Zions, I went true to size on the second one, but that was still last year, so it's kind of old. But on the Why Nots, I also went half a size down, and the Jordan 37, I went half a size down. So they kind of adjusted their mold on the Jordan basketball sneakers right now. So I usually go half a size down. So that's for sizing. And as for heel containment, lockdown, pretty much okay, no heel slippage. Although I like the padding more on the ones, but the twos are ample enough. The padding's quite good, especially around the heel. It's cupped inside, so there's no heel slippage. It contained my foot really nicely. Comfortable around the ankle, I like it. And the tongue is padded really nicely, and also has that Luka logo here, which is kind of dope for this colorway. It's padded, not too thick, not too thin, so it's a very nice fit on the Luka 2s. So overall fit and containment, lockdown on top, very nice. And support laterally, like I said, this support system, I forgot the name of this one, the support system of the Luka 2s, it goes up, it's one piece, so it goes down here, this entire part of the sneaker. So yan, so it kind of prevents your foot from over twisting, and I'm doing that. So when you're doing side step, step back, this system really will work if you have those type of moves. So that's why it was here in the Lukas, because Luka really likes to do step backs. So this kind of contains your foot, so it doesn't over twist when you're doing a step back, and it kind of springs your foot back and gives your balance back quicker. Now for the cushion of the Luka 2s, I've heard that this is Cushlon. This carrying foam is a Cushlon, and inside that carrying foam is Formula 23. This red part is Formula 23, and this is one improvement for me in the Luka 2s, because the Luka ones, after wearing them in one game, I could feel the cushion being dead. So there's not much bounce back after playing with them for about 40 minutes, and there's no bounce, there's no impact protection on the ones. But this one, you can see there's a lot of compressions here. This Cushlon gives a lot of heel compression, and the Formula 23 gives impact protection at the same time. It's plush, gives a subtle bounce back. You wouldn't feel it too much bounce, but I like a little bit more cushion compared to the one, so that's much better. And this one sits a little bit higher off the ground compared to the one. So if you want a lower profile sneaker, the Luka ones is for you. But this one, it's higher, but it's not too high that to the point that you will lose your balance. So for me, I think it's a huge improvement. And I think one of the things that helps out in the stability is, of course, this very nice lateral outrigger. It goes out really nicely. It's wide on the forefoot, gives you a very nice balance on the forefoot part of the sneaker. And on the heel, it has enough width there too. So that's overall the shape, stability, cushion, very nice on the Luka 2s. And now, here is something that I was kind of disappointed, because I was actually playing in a clean court, and maybe after quite a little bit there was a bit dust in the floor, and The traction wasn't holding that well. I didn't slip, but I would feel the traction not biting that hard on the floor, and there's no squeak on the ones. There was a squeak to the traction on my Luka ones, but let's see. I'll play with this more and see if the traction will improve, but as of now it's so-so. I have to change to my series player only in the second half, and those were biting hard on the floor, so I think this kind of picks up some dust, although the traction is kind of flimsy, but I don't know why it's not biting really hard, so I'll break it in some more. But so far it's not too impressive like the ones, or maybe it's because of the dust present on the floor. But as for the durability of the rubber, even though it's flimsy, but it's still thick enough, so I think outer use for this one is okay. Let me know if you have played with this. It kind of picks up dust, so that's the traction for the Luka 2s. For the price of the Luka 2s, it is 7,200 pesos, so that's around 145 if I'm not mistaken, or 135. So that's around the price here in the Philippines. So they kind of increased the price on the Luka 2s. So let me know what you think about the sneaker, and overall there's improvements on the cushion. The shape of the sneaker is more wide foot friendly, but the traction as of now is not that impressive. That's it on my initial impression review on the Luka 2s. Let me know if you have played with them and do you like them overall. Hopefully the traction will improve. I'll give you an update on that. So this has been MARKCHES once again. Thank you for dropping by this channel. Catch you next one. Peace.